Call this special meeting for the City of Seaside Community Safety Advisory Commission to order. Roll call.
Commissioner Katz,
Here.
Commissioner Falaki,
Here.
thank you. Commissioner Velasquez,
Here.
Commissioner Amarati,
Here.
Vice Chair Thomas,
Here.
and Chair Jones.
Here.
You do have a quorum.
Thank you so much. Next, we'll do a review of the agenda. If there's any item that arose after the 72 hours posting deadline, this is the point in the meeting where a vote may be taken to add the items to the agenda. A 2/3 majority vote is required. This is a work meeting, and I believe we agreed before. Is it okay for me to say that? To limit the agenda to this item. So, all in favor?
Aye.
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 All right. Now we move to public comments. But members of the public wishing to address the commission on matters within the jurisdiction of the City of Seaside, but not on this agenda, may do so during the public comment period up to 3 minutes. Comments on specific agenda items are heard under that item. For the public record, please state your name. Please state your name.
Chair, there are no members of the public attending in person or on Zoom.
Thank you so much. Public comments are now closed. Business item A is our 2024-2025 annual work plan schedule. You all have the work plan schedule in front of you. As we review the annual work plan schedule, our mission statement will remain the same for this incoming year, as well as our historical background. I don't think that I don't see a need, but I'm gonna open up for comments. Do you see a need to improve or to elaborate more on our mission statement or our historic background? Commissioner Amarati.
It says we have ever rising tensions. I mean, we have tensions, but they're not. They kind of come and go. I don't know. We're getting better at it. I mean, have we made a difference to have this commission?
I was gonna say, that was one of the phrases I'm thinking we can probably change, because at the time we did this, that was during a lot of things that were going on. So there were rising tensions at that time. Not gonna say that the rest of it isn't still applicable, but maybe
There's no more pandemic.
reworking that first line, just that first part of the line.
Okay. So my first question is, the mission.
Oh,
No, mission statement, fine, historical background. That's what we're talking
that's what I
about.
was talking about.
So then, for the historical background, will it change? Because it's still the history. It's
Yeah.
still what got us to where we were. And it was
Oh,
going up this,
Okay,
ongoing and ever-rising tension that really formulate or drove this committee to be, created.
As an outcome of the tensions from the COVID pandemic?
From the COVID pandemic, from the,
Sure, of course.
all of those,
Well,
Yes.
the COVID pandemic was, we're all in this together, except it's only George Floyd getting beaten up in the street, right?
with a lot of other.
Yeah, of course.
So, but I would think that the historic background is gonna be the same. I mean,
yeah.
it is our history, it is the history. I don't want to wipe that out.
My only suggestion was gonna just be to take out ever rising, so keep due to ongoing tensions. That was gonna be my only, or even if you wanted to keep that in, since you're saying that, we could put like saying like at the time, or, at at the onset of the committee, but I was just gonna say to take out ever rising, well, and an ever rising, and just have it read to where it's in due to ongoing tensions nationwide.
Chair, for purposes of this meeting, do we want to assign the historical background to be reviewed and possibly rewritten for our next meeting? We're just assigning things right now. We don't want to go through this sentence by
Okay.
sentence.
Okay,
Okay.
So,
or maybe we can get it all done tonight.
um,
Okay, all right, yeah.
so, Commissioner Bassett, would you like to take the, historic background?
Sure, I did the first time. So I have no problem doing it again. Yes.
So the historic background is Commissioner Bassett, she's going to look at that and, see where we can improve. However, I want to make sure that we understand that I really want the history of it. Then this is our, there is no assignment for the mission statement, the statement is saying, the bird background, mission background for that. For our fiscal year work plan, as you know, we have the activities, goals for 2023, 24, and goals for 2025. So those for 2024, 25 will move to the middle column. Right, and then, what we need to come up with is key activities that we want the commission to do. And, because there are 5 of those in this one, I think 5 would be, good for the next year. Yes,
So just so I'm understanding, so the 2024, 2025 goals are gonna move over to the
Yeah.
first column goals. So then these goals that are in the first column for 2023, 2024, are they gonna become our accomplishments for the prior year?
they should, yes.
Okay,
So the key activities are going to change. Based on, the key activities are going to change based on the 2024, 25 goals. The 2023, 24 goals, they're going to move to, our prior year accomplishment. But we want to look at each of them so that we can know that it can be moved.
Mhm.
Okay, all right. So for our 5 key, activities. No, right here, for diversity. And then, so let me do like that, right? Because when we do the key activities, we're coming up with activities that we want, we're saying that the committee, that the commission is going to do. And then we're going to say, this is how we're going to do it, right?
We've got the goal and then we've got the focus, so the key activities are focus on how we do it.
Correct, correct. Then. Mr. Cat, we can take 3 or 4. That'd be me and you.
Oh, man, okay, all right, I'm happy to do whatever.
Okay, so would you do, number 5, and then I will assign myself ongoing projects?
Yeah,
Oh.
Kayla.
Kayla's here.
Yes, I am. I could do 5.
Excellent. So Commissioner,
Okay, that's fine, yeah.
Commissioner.
Or whatever you want me to do.
That's fine, no, that's fine.
Doesn't matter to me, whatever.
Because, and I think we wanna, we could probably, um,
Do the prior accomplishments because now we have some stuff to say,
Correct.
right? We did some stuff too.
correct.
We
So
did.
you can do prior accomplishments.
Okay, sure.
And you might wanna talk with the chief so that he can. add
Exactly.
to that.
Exactly.
Okay, and then, that.
Thank you.
Where's the prior?
Yeah, so we're gonna take, so you're gonna look at these right here,
Yeah, and see what we did.
right, and then
Yeah.
transfer.
I'm just trying to figure.
Right, prior accomplishments.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh, Eugene, that's good.
Absolutely. Okay. And then I work on the ongoing projects. I'll get with chief, and we can, him and I can talk about what the ongoing projects will be. And if you all have any suggestions on yes.
And then I have a question. So being that we're moving the 2024-2025 goals to the first column, are we gonna make goals for 2025, 2026?
Yes.
Okay,
So you, girl, you. Girl, you. You. You're doing key activities, then you'll do goals for 2024, 25, and then, so your key activities and your goals should match. So you might have to change the goals in 2024. And open out a little bit based on what your key activity is. But we want to be able to say, this is what we're striving for.
Okay, let me clarify.
Yes.
We've got the goal there for 24, 25. Am I trying to come up with goals for 25, 26?
Yeah,
Okay, and I have to tie those in. We're trying to follow the same pattern as
Yes.
far as the subject matter.
yeah, so your key activity. It, need to be tied. So there are things that we'll be able to do in 2024, 25, and then there are things that will, based on your activity, that things that will get down.
And I apologize for missing last week, but do we have feedback as to meeting those goals for 24, 25 yet?
The chief gave us, small overview of many of the things that we accomplished. That we did. So,
Okay. And am I allowed to call anybody on the team if I want to?
absolutely. You call everybody.
Sure.
You call anybody.
Well, I know we have to be careful as to the number. We can't do, we can't call a forum.
You can't do a conference call,
Right.
right?
Maybe I can,
Do an individual call.
if you were open to it, I'd like to get the phone numbers before we leave today. We'll do that off after the meeting.
Sure.
Any questions? That's the assignment, that was our purpose. Sorry.
and okay, so then I don't know if this would be for, maybe for ongoing projects, but there was something that I had emailed the chief about. And it was brought about because of the recent Sonia Massey case. And that was in regards to the fact that some of our quote unquote seaside citizens are actually policed by another law enforcement. So like if you're on Fort Ord, in certain parts of Fort Ord, you're gonna be policed by the Presidio of Monterey and not Seaside PD. Yeah, so I was asking him about inviting someone from, their department, maybe once or twice a year, just to connect with them, so I don't know if that would be an ongoing project or. And again, it came up with the Sonia Massey case because if you were following that case, she had been visited by the Springfield PD the day before. But then was visited by the sheriff's office the next day, and supposedly it was because she was out of the jurisdiction for Springfield PD. And so that's why I was kind of thinking like, wait a minute, don't we have some citizens that, they actually are policed by another police force other than Seaside? And so I had emailed him about it, but being that they do qualify as seaside citizens, maybe we should also be inviting them just to,
I think there's got to be a online project.
okay,
I mean, part of our overall goal is that mission,
Mhm.
to establish a relationship between citizen and law enforcement.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
but, I don't know too much about the people who are not, who are enforced by the other agencies. Maybe you know.
I want to say if you live in Marshall Park, I think Stillwell, which is like adjacent to the commissary. But any of those, I believe Marshall, Stillwell, those are police, it's Palm PD, it's not Seaside. And then you have the beach houses, I think that it is Seaside PD, but the active part of the base is Presidio. So like by the golf course, I believe that's also Presidio.
Of course, it's easy.
Yeah, but it's still near the active base, yeah. And Fitch, what would have been Fitch Park, so, yeah. Mhm.
Yes.
Well, I can tell you from my experience, even the 911 operators are not clear. But I can't, we'll bring that up at a later time. if you want.
Yeah. But and that's something that we can discuss with the chief, because he would know. Yeah.
I just wanted to mention that I have some notes from our last meeting where the chief pointed out, I wrote down these notes here about our accomplished goals. One of them would be, if I'm not mistaken, maybe this helps Alan out, the number of meetings that we've held in the past 12 months and also all the activities we've participated in that were connected to the police department, like, there was National Night Out, but there have been some other ones too, right?
Well, we also made recommendations concerning the whole fireworks business.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, of course. That's right. Yeah, you want to put that down for sure. Good thinking. Okay, well, go on.
Okay, Chair, for the record, I just want to confirm the assignments. So for the mission statement, no changes. For historical background, we have Commissioner Velasquez. For item 1 of the fiscal year work plan, for key activity 1, we have Vice Chair Thomas. And key activity 2, we have Vice Chair Thomas. Key activity 3, we have Commissioner Katz. Key activity 4, Commissioner Katz. Key activity 5, Commissioner Falaki. And then for the prior year accomplishments, we have Commissioner Amarante. And then for ongoing projects, we have Chair Jones. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. That includes the, budget item A. Are there any reports from the commission?
Negative for cats.
Yeah, I'm gonna say no for me too, because I didn't have it, yeah. No.
No.
No,
That would be a negative. All right, so report from staff. This is time specifically set aside for staff liaison to provide updates on non-agendized requests from the commissioners.
No information or no report from staff.
Thank you. At this time, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
before we go,
Yes.
we're gonna, when do we plan on getting all of this done by? Having this, because this is our draft, are we gonna
Right.
meet again and have a special meeting again to work on this, or?
Maybe we'll put that as an agenda item at our next meeting on the 18th.
Okay, it doesn't have to be done anytime real soon. huh?
Well, normally
I'm just thinking ahead.
I think, so what we were told, and the city clerk is here, so what we was told is that there is no deadline on this. Because I think it would be nice if we get it done. Sort of like that.
Is it sort of like a living document in
Well,
the sense that we're modifying it as we go?
Sorry, I think it's a good question.
No, Wonderful question. Good evening, Chair, members of the board. Dominique Davis, City Clerk. And for the annual work plans for the boards and commissions, typically they're due every April because they are incorporated into the budget session for the city council. This year was a bit of an off year for us in regards to work plans. A lot of our commissions are working on them now, but the absolute deadline for work plans to be submitted for review of the city council wouldn't be until March. So you still have lots of time to work on it. If we can get one in this year, that would be ideal, because then you would have one on the books and then you would just revise it for the upcoming fiscal year for next year. But it would be ideal to have it this year, but you are not, we won't arm wrestle you into having it before March.
So I think if we do our next meeting, which is scheduled for September 18th. And at that meeting, we decide when we're going to actually come together and put this all together in one form, then I think that would work. Because then by that time, we can all check our schedules and our calendars, and we can set aside a block of time to do this.
Good idea, good idea.
So basically, our mission is to come up with some ideas to put down as a draft kind of thing for us
Yes.
all to discuss and defend and change. Okay.
Correct. So that we can finalize it and be able to submit it prior to the end of the year. Yes, ma'am.
Will it be sent out to us like it was last year? Like when we were working at it, how we would send our piece in and then it was sent to everyone?
Yeah, that's probably after we schedule the second work meeting,
Okay,
then because the staff liaison will be able to help us get that all done.
Okay.
Yes. Questions? Questions?
No questions.
I motion that we adjourn the meeting.
It's been moved that we adjourn. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
It's been moved and second. All in favor?
Aye.
Right.
Meeting adjourned. Wonderful.